Welcome back. My name's Matt, and today I'm continuing the series in which I go through Dark Souls 3 and show my tips and tricks and personal strategies that I like to use when attempting to defeat the bosses on Soul Level 1. So, we're back here in Lothric Castle. I've already gone through and opened up the shortcut. We are going to be fighting Dragonslayer Armour next. Now, Dragonslayer Armour is another boss that could be a pretty decent roadblock to a first-time SL1 player. And I mean, even if you've done it a few times, he can be pretty challenging. Let's go through the gear setup quickly. We have a raw +10 short sword. We're going to be using this for most bosses this run. Grass Crest Shield as usual. Armor's always the same. Usual suspects on the rings. Lord Sword Ring, Shield Ring, Chloranthy, and Prisoner's Chain. I'm not doing the Flynn Ring strategy here because I want to be able to take a hit if I do get hit. That way I can keep the fight going. As you can see here, Pale Pine Resin. He's not really weak to much. He's weak, I was just looking up, he's like weak to Frost. I think it's Strike Damage or Crush, I can't remember exactly what it was called. But he's resistant to Gold Pine Resin, so you always pick these up, or I always pick them up when I go through Years of Dungeon, so I just usually like to use them on this fight. He's not weak to it, but he's not resistant either, so it gives you a little damage boost, and I like the way it makes the sword look. That blue color is really solid. Anyway, for Dragonslayer Armour, it's pretty easy to get attacks in on him. At this phase in the game, we're not going for like, DPS like we were with Aldridge or kind of with Pontiff Sulivan, I guess. We have to be consistent with when we attack and when we dodge. So Dragonslayer Armour, he really likes to use a shield, he really likes to use the axe. So, what I typically like to do, I lock onto him, he comes close to you. He'll usually do like a shield bash first and sometimes follow up with a sword attack as well, or a double shield bash. But what I like to do is I usually circle to my right or to his left, the side that his shield's on. Now it can suck because oftentimes he'll do like a shield bash that most of the time you're not going to be able to dodge because it's really quick and it'll knock you back. But don't panic if he hits you with that. Just after you get up, just keep dodging like normal until he does an attack where you would normally hit him and punish him with an attack. You can just heal quickly. So what he'll normally do are 1 to 3 hit combos. So he'll either, depending on how far away you are, if you're sticking right up close to him like we're going to be doing in this fight, he can shield bash and then swing his axe at you. He can swing the axe twice and that'll be it. Sometimes he'll, I don't know, if you like get off just a little bit, he'll like swing his axe and then try and shield bash. There's a lot of different variations, but at the end of the day, it's 1 to 3 hit combos, and as long as you're sitting there and just dodging with each attack, it's nothing too crazy to avoid because they are pretty slow attacks, minus like the quick shield bash. That's different. But the attacks are pretty easy to avoid as long as you just dodge and rhythm with him. When he finishes up, you can usually get at least 1 or 2 hits. Just you have to look at your stamina bar too. If you know you can get 2 and still have stamina, then go for it. One of the best attacks to get some damage on is he'll take the axe and it'll turn gold. Like, you'll see it. You can't mistake it. And he'll raise it in the air and slam it down in front of himself. So literally all you have to do when you see that, just get behind him. You don't even have to dodge. And just as he's doing it, just attack and attack. And when he's done doing it, attack a few more times. That'll usually lead, like, he'll do that attack almost always when he's getting close to half health. So it's a good time to get him at half and then below. And then the second phase is where things get fun, because he adds in a few little attacks here. But before we talk about the new attacks, let's talk about the arena obstacle, I guess, if you want to call it that. I can't think of a better word for it right now. But there's like these really skinny things in the air. I guess from Dark Souls 3 lore, they actually control the Dragonslayer armor. I don't know how it works. But they will sit there and they'll fire what most people call meatballs at you. They're just like these red projectiles that come in. And so they'll either do that, like they'll do the meatball attack where it rains for like a few seconds and you just have to avoid it. Or they can send in like a big blast sometimes. Not too often, but the big blast will come in and hit you pretty hard. So in the second phase, what I typically like to do, because once the second phase starts, you'll fight Dragonslayer armor like normal for a few seconds, but then you'll hear it and you'll be able to see that like the attacks are getting ready to come in. So when you see it or you feel like it's getting ready to come in, just start sprinting to the other end of the arena and just look back and wait for it to die down. It'll take him a little bit to catch up to you, so let's pretend like this is the entrance of the arena and you were fighting him. He just got done dodging an attack, you attacked him, and you're like, man, I think the meatballs might be coming in. Just literally turn, start sprinting to the other end of the arena, and we'll pretend like this door here is the other end. As you're sprinting, just look back, and you'll be able to see the attack, or like the projectiles coming in. So once you see them coming in, just if they're coming towards you, just run and dodge like normal. You should be able to avoid it. And then as soon as those are done, it'll cool down for a little while, so you can go right back to fighting him. Now, some attacks that he adds in this second phase, there's 3 different variations. One, he'll wind up, he'll like bring the axe behind him, like on the ground, and if you fought Sister Freed before, he'll like glide towards you with it on the ground, and then when he gets close to you, it'll be a big swing that like goes around him. So it's one of those things where you just have to time the dodge right, like most things. When he comes in, as soon as he's about to attack, dodge, just go through him, and you'll usually avoid it and be good to go. Okay, the second variation is he will do the same thing, like he'll wind up, just like that, and then he will take it, and he'll like send a wind strike at you for if you're far enough away across the arena. So that one's really easy to avoid. If you're like walking towards him or you're in line with him, when he shoots it across the ground, just literally dive through it. Pretend like you're fighting Nameless King, which we'll get to eventually. But when Nameless King, if you're far enough away, he'll do his attack where it's like that. He'll send like that wind gust at you where you dodge through, and then he'll follow up with the fast one that you dodge to the side. Same thing here. When that attack comes to you, just dodge right at it. All right. And then the third one, if I'm remembering correctly, he'll like wind up just like he had been. And I think he either uppercuts or overhead slams. I can't quite remember. But it's the same principle. He'll wind up for a few seconds and come at you quickly. When he does that, just dodge. You can dodge right through him. That usually gets the job done. Depends on where you're at. But other than that, this one's just going to take some trial and error to getting the dodge timings down. But we're almost 8 minutes into this. Let's go actually show some attempts here. I wouldn't be surprised if I died my first try. He can be a difficult boss. But I'll try and I'll point out the things I was talking about as I go through here. Elevator ride's pretty long up, so just be ready for that. You get plenty of time to buff, though. There's no enemies who are gonna be on your ass here. Always send the elevator back down. Believe me, it'll save you a lot of time and effort. If you're, when you're gonna die a few times, it's gonna happen. Beautiful. Send that elevator down. Grab your sunlight medal if you want it. All right. Let's buff up. Look at the cool blue sword. Let's go in. All right, so he's usually going to start out jumping right at you here. Yep. Just like that. Sometimes he'll follow up again. Sometimes he won't. 1, 2, and then a big slam down, which you can really punish. Oh, I see. I went too much there. Good. That's a good time to heal. Good. Okay, be ready. 1. Slam down. Good. 1. Oh, just 1 there. Very nice. I'll be ready. He'll slam into the ground. I'm gonna get hit. Oh, I got lucky. So there's the wind-up slash. Okay, I got hit there. Plenty of time to heal, though. Or not. If you get hit, it's pretty easy to run away. Heal up when he goes to wind up. There you go. There's the wind blast. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. That's okay, though. Oh, there's the uppercut I was talking about. All right. That was actually, I'm not really mad I died there. I got to show off a few things that I was talking about. You got to see all 3 of the second phase attacks, which is pretty cool. So before we go back in, let's just talk about that quickly. First phase, pretty simple. Just 1 to 3 hit combos. Avoid it, you'll be good to go. He didn't do the lightning attack there, where he like raises the axe and slams it down. That's okay though. He'll do it in both phases. It's just it's such a good time to be able to get a lot of damage dealt. Anyway, in that second phase, when he, the first one where he wound back and then swiped right through, kind of like he was like spinning around himself. Pretty simple to avoid. Just time it right. It's hard to like explain the exact timing, but you'll be able to see it as you do it a couple of times. The second one, he did the wind blast, which is easy to avoid because he'll like, it's kind of like he jumps, like he like goes and then throws it through and you just literally dodge right through it. And then the third one is the uppercut, which it's pretty similar in timing. You might have to dodge a little bit earlier than you would on the one where he like spins around, but it's the same thing. Just time your dodge right and you're good to go. Okay, what got me killed there pretty much was I got greedy on a couple of my hits because I thought I could get multiple. Don't get greedy in this fight. Take your hits when you can get them, and play defense until you get those chances again. Other than that, let's go do another attempt here. It really is it's a fun-ass fight. Oh, I guess you did get to see the meatballs there for a little bit too. That's where I got into a little bit of trouble because I needed the heal, but I knew he was running on me and I saw those meatballs. I was like, man, if I get caught standing still, I'm probably just going to die from getting hit by one of those. So yeah, just take your time. This boss will take you a little bit if you haven't done it before, especially on soul level 1. So take your time. Don't even, if you don't want to at first, if you really want to learn the moves, don't even bother trying to attack. Just watch and learn all the dodges. And then you can incorporate your attacks in after that. Always send the elevator down. Now, I threw an Ember on here because I can survive a big hit. I don't think I can without one, so I'm not quite sure, actually. Better be safe than sorry, I guess. Alright, let's go again here. Big slam down, double slam. 2 hits. Oh, that was my fault. I dodged too early. All good, though. He usually gives you plenty of time to heal. 1, 2, and then a big slam down. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Only go 2. Get a heal. Good. Get your attack. Get your attack. Get your attack. I guess a good rule of thumb is get 1 attack. Unless you know you can get multiple. There we go. I'm gonna get hit. Quick heal. Alright, here we go again. 1, 2, and then the big slam down. 1, 2. Alright, meatballs are gonna be coming in, so just back out. Do your best to avoid them. Alright, we should be good. Oh, never mind, I got hit by 1. That's okay, though. And there's the shield bash. Oh, I'm surprised I'm not dead, to be honest. Honestly, I'm really surprised I didn't die there. So I'm not going to complain. Ah, beautiful. Best time to get attacks there. So free. Okay, more meatballs going to be coming in here. Or a big attack. Alright. Just back away quickly. Oh, okay, we're good. Oh, never mind, we're not. I walked right into that. Okay, good. Now we can get back into the fight. So just like the beginning, he'll slam down. Let's get an attack. Shield bash, get a quick attack. Meatballs coming in. Just back out while the meatballs come. Uppercut. Beautiful. Oh, and there's the big blast I was talking about earlier. Hope he doesn't hit you. Oh, lucky. And hope he doesn't hit you a second time. Plenty of time to heal. Like I said, he's very forgiving in terms of being able to heal, for the most part. Good. I think more meatballs are coming in, so let's back out. Take a second. Yep, just keep backing out. Wait till the meatballs and all that extra shit are done. Big slam down. Beautiful. Just take your time. Oh, I got hit by that shit. Good. Meatballs are done now. Let's just finish this fight off, okay? Nice, a big slam. 1, 2, all right. So as you can see with me, it took me a little bit. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, keep that in mind too. Sometimes even after the boss dies, they'll still shoot stuff at you because they already were charging it up. So anyway, let's talk about the fight for a second. As you can tell there, you know, if you get too greedy, like I was still doing sometimes, you're gonna get punished for it. You can survive hits though, so it's a matter of if you get hit, don't panic heal. Either finish dodging through the attacks or back off as far as you can and wait. If you just see him like slowly behind the shield, there's usually time to just pop a heal quickly and then get back into action. The first phase is really not all that difficult. Just be close, dodge attacks, heal when you have to. It's just a thing you need to practice a little bit. The best time to attack, as I said it a couple times during that fight, where he goes 1, 2, and then winds up and then slams down. Easy, you can get at least 2 hits, sometimes 3, just depends. Yeah, just let him do his thing, get the attacks, and then I'm disappointed he never did the lightning slam down, which was kind of disappointing. But that's another one where you get, it's very similar to what I was just showing when he goes 1, 2, and then winds up and slams down. It's very similar, but he doesn't do 2 attacks before. He literally just picks up his axe and slams in front of him. So let's say like I'm right in front of him, I see him going to do that, just literally go right behind him and just start hitting away and you'll be good to go. Third phase, fight him just like normal. There's a few new attacks that you have to just learn the timing of, but they're not all that difficult and you can usually get a hit if you dodge at the right time. Biggest thing to keep in mind though, when you hear or you see or you feel like there's going to be outside stuff coming in, get your dodges and then start going to the other side of the arena. Create space so you don't have to try to contend with 2 things at the same time. As long as you do that, just, you know, practice. You're going to fail a few times, but as long as you can get the timings down and don't be greedy, I think you'll be able to take care of business here. All right, that's going to do it for this boss. Hold on, let's see. Let me light this. Just for a little lulls at the end. Okay, so we have a bonfire here. And then you walk right up here. There's a bonfire, and you can literally look and see the other bonfire right there. It's so funny. I love it. I'm not complaining about it. I just think it's funny. Anyway, next boss up is going to be at the top of this castle here. Good old the Twin Princes. Until then, though, I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next one. Later.